and welcome. The journey of 1,000 miles, as the saying goes, begins with a single step. This speaks volume about the journey so far at Nigerian Shippers Council. Today's program features the visit of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency Senator George Akume, as well as the observance of the Professionalism Week, an initiative organized by the Sevicom unit of Nigerian Shippers Council, and the development of the marine and blue economy. And of course, don't miss our Titbit segment with Maria Uekule. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
Welcome back to The Shipper, Nigeria's flagship maritime program on television, proudly brought to you by Nigerian Shippers Council, the nation's port economic regulator. I am Abike Idowu. As a further testament to the foregoing, the visit of His Excellency Senator George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, highlighted government's endorsement and acknowledgement that Nigerian Shippers Council is on the right track, in alignment with the federal government's renewed hope agenda. The Professionalism Week, on the other hand, aims at enhancing staff performance and institutional excellence. Let's hear more through Lucy Yambi's presentation of the reports compiled by our correspondents.
The government's renewed hope agenda has several key focal points: economic growth, infrastructural development, security and democracy, and governance. While these goals target national advancement, Nigerian Shippers Council, under the visionary leadership of its Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer, has effectively adapted them to its mandate. Economic growth can be seen in the Council's strength as port economic regulator, which has markedly increased in form of plugging leakages, streamlining operations, and leveraging the statutory mandates given to regulate fees and levies in the nation's ports. Infrastructural development most evident in the functionality of inland dry ports across the nation in different stages of development. The Kano, Funtua, and Kaduna inland dry ports are up and running to the delight of both importers and exporters in the hinterlands. Democracy and governance is encapsulated in the style of leadership exhibited by Dr. Pius Akuta MON, with his open door policy and constant engagements with all relevant stakeholders. And that was why it was an excitement-filled day for Nigerian Shippers Council when the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency Senator George Akume, came visiting the Council. Addressing the management team of the Council, Senator Akume reaffirmed that the federal government is fully in support of strategic reforms aimed at improving Nigeria's sports sector. He emphasized President Tinubu's unwavering commitment to significantly contribute to infrastructure, education, and empowerment as a means of showcasing the country's overall development.
All of us who are part of this government are enjoying to promote what is going on in this administration. He himself has admitted that some of the policies a little bit painful. As he said, they're like the birth of a new child. When a mother conceives and is about to bring out the baby, the pains are excruciating. But as soon as the baby is out, celebration begins. And we have started seeing signs. It's interesting to know that even last year, this economic, the GDP grew by 3.5. Which is a record. Even some advanced countries have not been able to record this feat. If you look at infrastructure, which is very much part of the 8-point agenda, you marvel at what he is doing. When he started the Lagos Calabar project, some said it was an idea. But that idea has been transformed into reality.
Dr. Pius Akuta MON, Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council, pointed out that this visit confirms the importance government places on the reforms in trade facilitation, which is a cardinal point in Council's mandate. He also used the opportunity to request continued support for Nigerian Shippers Council even as it prepares to transition into Nigerian Port Economic Regulatory Agency, (NPERA). In an interview, Dr. Akuta stated the impact of the SGF's visit to the council.
As a council, we were so elated to have a very senior official of government in the capacity of the SGF visiting us and also giving us insight into the activities of government at a broader scale. And then that helped us to situate ourselves into what we should be doing as a council to, collaborate with the overall objective of the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are already elated by the policy, the Marine and Blue Economy policy, which has just been approved by the Federal Executive Council and launched by the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. We have seen how tirelessly our minister has worked to put that policy on board and to ensure that Nigerians now have a document within which all maritime and blue economy activities will be situated into that policy. So for a senior official of government again to come and to talk about other policies of government that will work together in sync with the policy of marine and blue economy to give us the kind of economy that we are anticipating under the leadership of the president, we are so grateful that God has given us the opportunity to receive such a high-profile visitor.
Director, Strategic Planning and Research, Rotimi Anifowose, also shares insights on the significance of the SGF's visit.
If you have the SGF visiting this organization, it means this organization enjoys government support. And with that, we will have that confidence increased, and then we will be able to do more stakeholder engagements. So that is what I see. And then it brings Council's role more in the limelight. We are privileged to have had such a visit. And it is not just that the visit came at the appropriate time. It is also an indication to every one of us that unto whom much is given, much is expected. So every staff of this organization is expected to use that visit as a kind of way of reactivating his or her commitment to the organization.
In a related development, Nigerian Shippers Council recently launched its Professionalism Week themed Improving Organizational Performance to strengthen professionalism, capacity development, and operational excellence within the council. The event was held recently at the NSC headquarters in Lagos. Declaring the event open, the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the council, Dr. Pius Akuta MON, represented by the Director, Legal Services Department, Barrister Bala Sali, emphasized that the Council's success is deeply rooted in professionalism and commitment towards the development of the maritime sector, noting that professionalism is a mindset that shapes every interaction, project, and decision. He highlighted the importance of a professional work environment built on accountability and empathy, where individuals are valued, respected, and empowered to grow.
As Port Economic Regulator, the NSC is entrusted with the responsibility of ensuring shipping and port service providers, as well as users, remain competitive while offering quality services and reducing the cost of doing business to stimulate economic growth. This week, our focus will be on 7 key pillars of professionalism. Number 1, competence and a culture of continuous learning, staying at the forefront of innovation, creativity, and capacity building. Number 2, integrity, upholding ethics, transparency, and honesty in all our endeavors. Number 3, effective communication, fostering clear, open, and respectful dialogue to promote teamwork and collaboration. 4, adaptability, embracing diversity, inclusivity, and empathy in a rapidly evolving environment. 5, accountability, and commitment to excellence. Taking ownership, being reliable, and delivering outstanding results. 6. Mentorship and leadership. Cultivating the next generation of leaders by sharing knowledge and experience. And 7. Adoption of paperless operations, a significant leap anticipated by 2025 towards greater efficiency. These pillars are not merely aspirational, they are fundamental to our mission to unlock the full potential of our team, deliver exceptional service, and contribute meaningfully to both the industry and the nation.
Mrs. Esther Nanley, Deputy Director and Nodal Officer of Servicom, Nigerian Shippers Council, emphasized the importance of cultivating a high-performance culture and its impact on overall organizational effectiveness.
When you look at the culture of an organization, is very, very key. If an organization has a good culture, there will be high performance. And if there's no good culture, definitely we are not going to move high. So we look at that organizational culture. So coming to stakeholders, we know that we all are stakeholders. Yes, as staff of Nigerian Shippers Council. And apart from that, we know we have external stakeholders, which we are dealing with them too. So we are basing our discussion on external stakeholders because they are very key. Yes, internal we are key too, but that external, they are very, very important. If we miss somehow, we are not going to find it easy. And then interdepartmental collaboration, which is key and is important. Teamwork. Without teamwork, organizations, there's no way they can perform high.
Mrs. Toby Tolupe, the Servicom representative from Abuja, commended NSC's Executive Secretary and management team for organizing such an event aimed at enhancing and improving staff performance across the organization.
For you to grow in an organization is for you to break the silo mentality. And if you break it, you realize that it's easy for you to work together as a team to achieve the overall objective of that organization. It doesn't mean that you cannot have friends. It doesn't mean that you don't have people that are your persons. It doesn't mean that you should not have close acquaintances. But the truth of the matter is that in an organization, you should be able to be workable with everybody. You should be able to approach and say, don't withhold information, because that information you are withholding, tomorrow it will be your turn.
Oluwafemi Omonoyin, Assistant Director, Stakeholders Division, highlighted the importance of identifying key stakeholders and fostering strong strategic relationships with them.
You monitor stakeholders. You don't have to wait. You don't have to sit at the comfort of your office or your home. You look at what is trending. What are those things? What are those challenges that report there? Mobile port, Incan port, on a port, whatever port, all over the country. What are the in-thing that is generating conflict, that is causing unrest? The issue of port congestion, the issue of unaccessible port. Look at all those things. Then, when you do that, you will be able to earn their trust. If you call them for meetings, you call for meeting and listen to you, and then you provide solution to what they need.
The SGF's visit validated the Council's alignment with the renewed hope agenda and also served as a powerful moral booster to management and staff, while the Professionalism Week ignited a commitment to excellence, growth and service delivery, marking a defining moment in the Council's journey in the nation's marine and blue economy sector.
Both the SGF's visit and the Professionalism Week reflects the Council's unwavering dedication to professionalism, collaboration, and stakeholder engagements, essential ingredients for growth in Nigeria's maritime sector. Before we head to the Tidbit segment, let's quickly bring you an update from the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, where big strides are being made under the leadership of Minister Adegboyega Oyetola. In just 1 year, Nigeria's Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy has made remarkable progress under the leadership of His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, CON. Among its key milestones is the resolution of the Apapa Port gridlock, restoring seamless access through digital scheduling and coordinated traffic control. This alone has enhanced port efficiency and investors' confidence. Revenue for maritime agencies have doubled, jumping from 700.9 billion in 2023 to 1.39 trillion in 2024, reflecting improved performance and transparency. The long-delayed cabotage vessel financing fund is finally being disbursed to Nigerian shipowners, and the National Seafarers Development Program now trains 1,000 cadets annually, boosting youth capacity in the sector. With these bold reforms, the ministry is repositioning Nigeria's maritime domain as a hub for innovation, job creation, and economic diversification. And now, we turn our attention to Tidbit segment, where Maria Uekule brings you the most compelling updates from the international and local maritime scenes.
Hello and welcome to the Tidbit segment on The Shipper. I am Maria Uekule, here to bring you the latest trends, quick updates and outstanding stories from the maritime world. Let's sail right into it. Nigerian Shippers Council is working to convince more shipping companies to abolish deposit charges on Nigerian consignments, following the lead of CMA-CGM, which has already removed such charges, thereby creating a relief for Nigerian importers. Dr. Akuta stated that during the 2025 annual retreat of the Public Relations Unit of the Council held in Lagos recently.
That has been one of the major complaints coming from most of our stakeholders. Shippers complaining about the container deposit and the process for refund. Most times is very cumbersome, and sometimes they even have to lose the money. So we've been on this over some time now. The Honorable Minister has directed us to look into that as quickly as possible and see how we can resolve that. So we have engaged with the shipping companies. We have engaged with some other companies also who are planning to have an insurance policy to cover that rather than have the deposit. So we've been speaking with most of these shipping companies, and for CMA CGM, we have engaged with them even privately also to discuss this issue of container deposit, and they have taken the bulls by the horns to remove this deposit entirely.
Dr. Akuta commended the Council's Public Relations Unit for its impressive performance, while urging the team to demonstrate even greater commitment moving forward. He also emphasized the importance of training and retraining the PR staff to enhance their performance.
Over the years, the agency has been known for its role in regulating activities in the sector, and quite good work has been done by my predecessors. But today, you and I know that we are aiming for something bigger and something more than the usual mandates that we have had as an agency. So there will be a lot of news out there, negative publicity as well, people trying to ensure that that which we are working so hard to achieve for this country does not come to pass. It is your duty, actually, to be the watchman for the agency for those kind of information, negative information, some of them quite outright lies that will go out there against us. I have seen quite a number of them. It is your duty to look into the public space and see the kind of information that is being dished out there to the public against us. Some of it outrightly targeted at reducing our pace and making us ineffective in what we attempt to achieve. But I bet you what we are up for is good for the country, is good for the sector, and it is in support of Mr. President's agenda to diversify the economy of this country. All that we have targeted to achieve is in support of that. So we have the backing of our minister, who has been standing very tall, in support of our activities, who has given us the free will to bring up ideas that will shape this sector.
The Director, Strategic Planning and Research Department of the Council, Mr. Rotimi Anifowoshe, enjoined the staff to always look at the opportunities to market the Council and keep upgrading their skills to impact positively on the image of the Council. The Assistant Director, Public Relations Unit of the Council, Rebecca Adamu, said that the retreat was an opportunity to reflect, refresh and re-strategize to ensure that the units not only remain just relevant but impactful in the way it communicates the Council's vision to the public.
This retreat is our opportunity to reflect and to ensure that we remain not only relevant but impactful in the way we communicate the Council's vision to the public. Confident that by the end of this retreat, we will have strong ideas, clear goals, and renewed motivation to elevate the Council's image, foster stakeholders' trust, and stay ahead in a highly competitive space.
We encourage you to follow our social media pages at NG Shippers on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube for more of our latest updates, events, and information. Let's take a look at our complaints register for the week. Nigerian Shippers Council has received 4 complaints, 2 ongoing and 2 resolved cases. These cases include cases with damaged cargo, economic sabotage, outrageous billing, and detained cargo. At the Nigerian Shippers Council, we remain steadfast in our role as the economic regulator and protector of shippers' interests. We are committed to ensuring fairness, transparency, and accountability in the maritime sector. We encourage stakeholders to visit our website at www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng for more information or to lodge their concerns. Now, let's switch our focus to the international maritime news. Hapag-Lloyd, the world's 5th largest container liner, has announced a strategic restructuring of its African operations, expanding from 2 to 4 regional divisions. The move aligns with its Strategy 2030 and aims to strengthen its presence across the continent. The structure will be supported by a quality service center in Mauritius. The former West Africa unit is now split, with a new West Africa division headquartered in Accra, Ghana, led by Thomas Erling. The South Africa division has also been divided, with the new South Africa unit based in Durban, continuing under Rogelio Bustos' leadership. The company says the reorganization is designed to improve agility and responsiveness to local markets. In another development, Cyprus is solidifying its status as premier maritime hub, bolstered by a respected sovereign ship registry and a vibrant maritime cluster. Recognized globally for its ship management expertise, the country attracts top international firms thanks to its quality services, maritime know-how, and business-friendly environment. A competitive tax regime and stable regulations further enhance its appeal. The Cyprus Ship Registry remains one of the world's largest, consistently meeting top safety and environmental standards, as evidenced by its presence on the Paris and Tokyo MOU whitelists. Central to this success is the Shipping Deputy Ministry's commitment to safety, environmental protection, and seafarers' welfare. That concludes this week's edition of Tidbits on the Shipper. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next week with more insights from the maritime world.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
And that's how we wrap up this week's edition of The Shipper. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the latest strides in Nigeria's maritime space. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at NG Shippers for more updates and exclusive behind-the-scene content. Until next time, here's wishing you smooth sailings and a great week ahead. Goodbye.